location this morning at the Manatee Center in Fort Pierce, Florida, and you can see on this sign, protecting the gentle giant. Manatees are really beautiful and very friendly animals that you find in the Indian River here and in the warmer waters of Florida, and they are endangered. They are hit by boats a lot, they cut their backs, and they're also affected by pollution and the ways of the modern world. So we're going to meet with someone this morning and find out more about the manatees. Explain to us a little bit more about the situation of the manatees and what they're facing in the world today, or how people could maybe help.
Okay, as you know, manatees are an endangered species. They are a marine mammal. There's about 3,400 left in the wild, and they don't have any natural predators. Their major threat is mankind, and through habitat destruction, boating incidents, locks and gates, and then you add those threats to the natural threats such as disease and cold stress and things like that. They are still in peril.
Okay. So is there anything people can do to help? Like, is there somewhere they could give financial contributions or things they could know to do in the water, or anything that would help them?
Right. Okay, well, as you know, the Manatee Observation and Education Center here is an education facility. Okay. We want to spread the word about what people can do and how to protect our environment, not just only for manatees, but for marine life in general, such as, you know, watching how you fertilize your lawns, because that runs as through runoff goes into the waters, and that's a threat. We also, you know, building responsibly, docks, different things, we want to teach that. Okay. Also, just what you can do alone is, you know, there's a power of one out there. Great. And so through you know, cleaning up your trash, not leaving fishing line out there which can threaten them. You know, it gets wrapped around a flipper or a tail, and then, you know, they're definitely in peril. And that goes for more than just manatees. It's dolphins, you know, different fish. So habitat, keeping your habitat clean. And definitely watching the speed zones where they're posted, and boaters can do that. Okay. You know, keeping your boat clean, different things. I mean, we all play a part in it. Definitely. And even if you're not out there on the water, you certainly enjoy the water through the beach and different things. And so the cleaner it is, the better it is for everyone, including humans.
Exactly. So I'm curious about the fertilizer detail. I think a lot of people, most people don't realize that the fertilizer can actually harm the ocean animals. So could you say a little bit more about that?
Yes. We, you know, all want our lawns beautiful and green and weed-free, but the more fertilizers and chemicals that you put on your lawn, you know, then it rains, it flushes those out through storm drains and other ways. You know, it just runs off into our creeks and rivers, and then it runs out into our lagoon and then eventually our oceans. And so definitely controlled use of that, or looking into natural things such as natural pest control, natural weed control, and the grass that grows best for your area. You know, it might not be green all year round. There might be times that, you know, it needs to, Yeah. So definitely watching the use of those is very helpful.
So I'd like to just add, just as a recap of what she just pointed out, that fertilizers and chemicals on your lawn can be harmful to marine life, and that's also true for birds and all other animals and even plants. So I, just like she was saying, encourage native species because they tend to do better in your area. Also organics. If you plant a tree and then some shrubs and then smaller flowers, you don't even need to use as much grass, and those tend to take care of each other and also support local wildlife, and you don't need to use fertilizer or chemicals at all. So, and then that helps all the animals, including the marine mammals. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to?
Can I ask you one more? And it's whatever answer's fine. We'll edit this. So
Okay.
Is there an organization, if people wanted to donate money to help manatees, that you would recommend that they?
Well, definitely the Manatee Observation and Education Center, as we do provide education, but then there are other organizations around as well. You can go onto our website at manateecenter.com and read more about us. We do have links to other organizations, and so you know they can pick and choose, but there are definitely, maybe even in their local area, that they could choose to donate. Just do your research and make sure that they stand for what you want and what you believe.
That sounds great.
So.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just curious. This is a good place then for school groups to come, or?
Absolutely. We have many school groups. I know that you got a little clip of one of our school groups in here, and we do have quite a few. Traditionally, about 4,500 school children a year come through here. As we were talking about before, manatees do come to Moores Creek year-round, and we do have on our Manatee Count board here about 2 weeks, and you can see that some days we don't see any, but other days we see many, and so we try to keep about 2 weeks up there so that people can see, what's going on and how often they've come in. And as you see, they don't keep any particular pattern, because we do get those questions a lot. When do they come in?
Right.
We're not sure. They're in the wild. We do have Manatee Center boat tours as well, where you can go out and in search of them. And in addition to that, they educate about the lagoon, the inlets, the spoil islands, birds, many other different manatees, when they swim in, the movement of their tail creates swirls on top of the water. That's called a Manatee Footprint. And so you can see that, or if they're resting, you just have to wait and you either see a snout or a tail or some evidence that there's a manatee under there, shadow under the water. We have an observation tower that gives you a different perspective on the water, and sometimes it's easier to spot them because you can see down into the water a little bit better.
Definitely.
We are supported by community donations, corporate donations, memberships, different things. So definitely go onto our website, manateecenter.com, and check us out. We do have an online gift store as well, because one of our major sources of revenue is our gift shop. And it's called the Vanishing Mermaid Gift Shop, but it's manateegiftsgalore.com. And so if you want to go on, it's an online store as well.